Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, or if it's the first time you've ever watched any of my vids, then thank you for watching, and please feel free to subscribe if you want to. But today I wanted to chat about primary school places because I have two daughters. I have a 4-year-old and a 1-year-old. So my 4-year-old is starting school this September. How has that happened? So we had to apply in January for our preferred school place, and we had to put down 3 choices, and then of Tuesday this week, so the 18th of May, we find it, no, 18th of April, I'm forgetting what month it is, 18th of April, we finally found out via email what school our daughter's going to. So yeah, we basically have a school not too far away. It's kind of just round the corner, and that is obviously our preferred school because of the distance. And you would think because we live so close that it would kind of be like a given that we would go to that school or that Sophia would get offered a place, but distance is actually the 5th criteria down. The top one is, I think, children in care, then it's children with special needs, then it's a church school, so children that go to the church are 3rd, then 4th is siblings, but you still have to be within the catchment area, and then 5th is distance. So yeah, we're a wee bit down the list. And by the way, with the church link, you can't just kind of go like once and think, oh, I go to the church. You have to be a regular attender or have regular attendance for at least 2 years and go at least once a month. So yeah, we were like, oh well, we can't just join the church there. That's that idea out the window. So yeah, we put that first, then we also filled in a 2nd choice and a 3rd choice because we had been advised to fill in all 3. And lots of the schools around here are very good, so all of the schools were great. It was just because of the location really, and the fact that I'd be able to walk her to school, that we obviously wanted the local school. So on Tuesday, I literally was on tenterhooks. I was so nervous. And I was constantly checking my emails and refreshing my emails. So we were told that we wouldn't get an email until around 4 o'clock. But I knew that other people last year had got emails earlier in the day, so I kind of hoped that I would find out a bit earlier. But in the end, our email didn't actually come through until I think about 3 minutes past 5 in the afternoon. I was like, ah! And I knew of other people that had found out earlier than that, and that was, you know, quite stressful because I was like, they know and we still don't know. But I think it can just take a long time for the email server to send out all the emails. So yeah, there can be a real discrepancy in timings of when people find out. It's not all at the same time. And I actually had planned to film the whole day, and I'd done a little sort of intro bit at the beginning or in the morning of that day to let you know how I was feeling. But then because we didn't get the email until later than we'd planned, actually whenever I received the email, I was in a hospital waiting room, waiting to see an oncologist. I will talk about that at another time. I'm fine, but I was really nervous and yeah, really worried, and it just didn't seem the right place to film in the middle of a waiting room in the hospital. So I ended up not filming anyway what we got, but I will tell you that we got our first place. Woo! I honestly was I was so relieved. I was so worried about it because it really does change kind of your, I guess, your life in a way, because it'll be, you know, who she'll be going to school with, where we live. All the children kind of go to the local school, and I wanted her to be able to walk to school with them. I wanted to be able to walk her to school, and any of the other schools we'd applied for were driving distance. We got an email, so that's how you find out. I'll show you, I can't show you like all the detail in the email obviously, because it'll tell you things like the actual school she's going to. So I'll not show you that, but let me just find it. It basically just looks like that, a load of text. If you can see it, it's sort of a bit bright, but yeah, it's just basically a load of text. And then as you scroll down, it then says, please be advised that Sophia has been offered a place at the following school. And then it says school name, and it says the school, and so it says the school that we wanted. So yeah, we were really over the moon. It was a bit of a weird time because I literally found out 5 minutes before having to go and speak to a consultant about something totally unrelated, but that I was really nervous about. So that hour between those two things, I was literally like, ugh. It was not a nice time. My heart rate was going a million miles an hour. But what I wanted to chat to you guys about as well was, for any of you who are applying next year, I thought I would tell you a little bit about how I found the whole procedure and what you actually have to do, because I think a lot of people are still a little bit confused as to how it all works. I've heard a few people saying, do I need to put so-and-so's name down? You know, oh, we'll need to, you know, make sure we go to the preschool of that school and things. But actually, it's not like that anymore. You don't put your name down for a school. And I don't think, well, certainly not the school that we go to, and I don't think it applies to other ones. If I'm wrong, please let me know, but I don't think going to the preschool gives you an advantage either. Generally, all schools now have a certain criteria which you can find out on their website. They'll have like an admissions policy thing, and they have a set standard admissions policy, and basically everyone has to go through that criteria or fit into that criteria. And so there's no who you know or what you know. I was watching a TV program the other day and they were saying, oh, it's all about who you know with schools nowadays. It's not about that. It literally is, it just goes on the criteria, and it's just whether you happen to fit the criteria or not, if you happen to be within the catchment area, if you've got siblings, and also how many children there happen to be that are, you know, close enough. So yeah, it sort of is a bit of a, you know, you just don't know. You cannot know until you get that letter, because you could literally live on top of the school, but there could have happened to have been 60 siblings that year, and because of that then you just don't get in, because the siblings will get in over you, and that's just the way that it works. So yeah, first of all, if you're thinking, oh, do I need to put my name down? No, you don't need to do any of that. But what you do need to do is find out from your local council when the deadline is that you have to apply for it, because I think they're meant to send out letters, but we didn't get one. And if it hadn't been for a lot of my friends telling me, we could have missed the deadline. And so obviously you don't want to do that. So find out when the deadline is. This year it was in January, I think something like January the 7th or something like that. So it was, if you try and find out when the deadline date is, we had to fill ours in online, and you go in and you put your 3 choices. The other thing I would say is do fill in all 3 choices, because some people say, oh no, leave some blank because then you're more likely to get your first place. That is not true. And I know of people that didn't put only put one name or one place, and then they didn't get that school, and it meant they were sent to a complete random one. So always fill in the 3 schools, or more if you're offered more, but I think most places it's a choice of 3, because then hopefully you'll get one of your 3. Then what other tips would I have? Oh yeah, try and go and see the schools. Most of the primary schools will do tours, and they start from the September the year before you start. So again, you can contact the schools and find out when they're running the tours. It just allows you to see around the schools. It allows you to ask questions, to find out things, and then you can decide what you really like about the school. You know, you often get to meet the headmaster or some of the teachers, and that can really help you to kind of think, oh, I got a really good vibe from that school, or oh no, I just don't think that's the right school for my child. So yeah, I would definitely look into that. So fairly soon, from around September next year, even if your child isn't starting till the next year, you kind of have to start thinking about it that early. And the other thing, once you do get offered your place, if it is the place that you wanted, then you get sent a letter. I can't really show it to you because it has my address, but there's a letter here that basically says that if we wish to accept or refuse the place, we have to complete the enclosed form and return it to the school by the 15th of May. So, and if we don't do that, it said, if we do not hear from you by the 15th of May, you may lose your place and it could be offered to another child. So you could think, oh yeah, I've got the place, and then still lose it. So make sure you then fill in the form once that is sent to you. And if you don't get your preferred school, there is an appeals process. Now, I obviously haven't gone through that. I don't know much about it. If you have been, please leave any information below about how it worked for you. Did you then in the end get the school you wanted? I'm not totally sure how that works, but yeah, I'd really be interested to know. But yeah, I'm hoping most of you watching this did get your first choice, or certainly a choice that you're happy with. Please let me know, I'd love to know. And if you have any other questions as well about applying for schools, then yeah, ask away. I'm happy to tell you. I mean, I'm not an expert, I'm just a mum, and I'm telling you how we find it. So yeah, I just wanted to share this video. I'm now going to start looking into getting uniforms and matching hair bubbles and all that sort of stuff. And oh yeah, another tip though I would just say is that although the being at the preschool doesn't mean that you will automatically get into the school or anything like that, it has been great to find out that so many people from Sophia's preschool are going to the same primary school. So it means that she knows loads of people. It'll be home from home. And also I have met another mum whose daughter's going to the same school, and our girls have never met before, but we're gonna have a play date this week, so it's nice to get to know other children. So yeah, I think that's just a nice way, if you kind of, once you do find out what school you're going to, try and maybe find other parents or other kids that are going to be there, and then it'll help your child hopefully settle in. So those are just some of my tips. Sorry I've rambled on a bit, but yeah, we are really happy. And leave any comments below, ask any questions. Thank you for watching. There will be a little face that appears in a minute if you want to subscribe and you haven't. I'm really trying to grow my subscribership a bit, because for a few reasons, and I've got a few more things to tell you soon. So yeah, click that button. I'll be back soon. Bye.